What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Game Day with Trey. Of course, this is your host, Trey. That's my co-host and homeboy, Face.
What up, world?
And today we got a few topics we're going to go ahead and cover, man. One being, is this Luka's best chance to win an NBA Finals? All right, now I know that's a crazy topic to start it off with, okay? Because I honestly believe that this is not only Luka's best chance, but this is also Boston's best chance, and we're gonna talk about that in a second, right? The reason I think this is Luka's best chance to win the NBA Finals is because the type of player and the style of play Luka does. Okay, Luka is heavy ball usage. Luka, he's a scorer. Luka doesn't play the best defense, even though he has been playing decent defense so far this playoff. But at the end of the day, Luka's going to have to find another Kyrie in order to win a championship, because Kyrie is a special type of player that can't be replicated, man. I'm just saying. Okay, you're looking for somebody who has come to the point in their career where they understand that they are a scorer and they can be an alpha and a 1A, okay, but is willing to acquiesce to another player, willing to play off the ball, but can still catch fire at any point in time, and willing distributor, but like it's just I don't see it happening again, man. Without Kyrie, I don't think Luka can ever win another championship. So it's got to happen right now. It's got to happen right now. What you think, Face?
I feel like, yeah, this is the best team that's all around the hand. You got two star players and you got a bunch of great role players. That's why they connect so well. Kyrie Irving ain't thirsty for the ball because he know at one point in time in this game he got to take over the game.
Yep.
He's just waiting. He's being patient, and it's nothing wrong with that. But this is the key. Boston is like one of the nightmares teams that you want to see right now. They so deep, and it's like it's this Kyrie and
it's versus the world, versus a whole team.
It could be done, but man, they so deep. It's gonna be hard for them to overcome that. And Luke already been hampered in the playoffs a little bit, But at the end of the day, I feel like you say, Kyrie's at the point of his career where he could actually, let certain things come to him.
Mm-hmm.
In his young career, he want to make everything happen.
Yeah.
But that also came from playing with players who didn't know their role. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It gets frustrating when you playing with players who don't know their role. See, Dallas, I think the players understand their role to the T.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to do too much, everybody, and they have to contribute in different ways. Daniel Gafford, he got to contribute defensively. He got to get the defensive rebound, offensive rebounds, to try to keep Luka and Kyrie with the ball. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He got these role players that they accumulated over the season, like
PJ Washington,
and it just happened for him at a perfect time.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Boston is just a little too deep.
Just more than a little too deep. I think it's like it's unfair almost how deep.
And I'll be truthful though, it depends on Kyrie's mindset, because Kyrie has a type of game where he could really control the game like he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Like for real, it's just how engaged he's gonna be. But being that he left Boston the way he did, that's a good factor for him to drive off of. He can't just become too engulfed in that. You hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to, make a statement to Boston. You trying to make a statement to the world. You trying to make a statement to your Dallas teammates.
Exactly.
So I feel like if he going there with the right mindset, it's just like, it's us against them. So that's what would make me say Kyrie and Luka, because I feel like, hell, if we're going to go against the mob, what we got to lose.
Exactly. You ain't got nothing to lose right now.
The pressure really on Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Dallas because they the favorites.
Well, not just they the favorites. They done been there before. Okay, and like I said earlier in in the podcast just a couple minutes ago. I honestly believe that if Boston is going to try to win a championship, this is their best opportunity. Okay, and there's multiple reasons why. You have teams that are getting better in the East first and foremost. Okay, and then are going to add a couple players. They were lucky this year. They faced a lot of teams that were injured. Matter of fact, the whole East was injured this year. So like Miami was hurt, Cleveland was
Even
hurt.
Boston though. Boston,
Uh,
Porzingis,
yeah, but
they
I'm talking
might
about
go.
like the best player on the team was hurt. Man, Donovan Mitchell sat out
They got two
game.
teams. Boston
But
got two teams,
but I'm
man.
saying, but I'm not just talking about Boston. I'm saying the whole East was hurt this year. Like they didn't have to face Giannis and Dame because Giannis was hurt. They didn't have to face Joel
They faced them
Embiid
there.
because Joel Embiid was hurt.
They faced them throughout the year though. And
They-
y'all just know that they didn't look threatening at all. To tell the truth.
no, they didn't.
So Boston is the team to beat. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? I feel like if Porzingis come back, I feel like that's gonna be a little bit too deep over water for Luka and Kyrie and the rest of the boys to overcome. I just hope it's a good series. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
Because
got it going six. I got the
two good
series
star
going
players.
six. I got the look, hold up. I got the series going six, and I'll give you a sneak peek right now into what I'm gonna do for my
You got a
podcast
series going
tomorrow.
6.
I got it going six at minimum. It's gonna Boston in six. You know what I mean? I think if it goes seven, then it's a problem for
It
Dallas. I
might
mean,
go
not for
5
Dallas,
though.
but for Boston.
It
If
might
it
go
goes
5 if
seven,
they want to stay alive. It might go 5.
it might go five.
It might go 5.
Like
Hey,
this Dallas team does not match up well with the Boston
you
Celtics.
got to think
But
about this. You got to think about this. Jaylen Brown
mhm,
and Jayson Tatum this year alone averaging down to 38 points against them.
yeah, I know.
Them two alone. A piece. I'm
Hmm.
averaging. So imagine that with the rest of the pieces there, White. They got this confidence. They better change something that they was doing throughout the course of the year. They better change it up in the first quarter and make them boys feel like they ain't doing the same shit. Because if you give them that type of confidence, and Jaylen Brown already played downhill.
Yeah.
He come in the first quarter, he's trying to put pressure on
Uh,
you in that
it,
first quarter.
It's
So
Jaylen Brown is the dog of the team. Like yeah, Jaylen Brown is the leader in my mind. You know what I mean? I know no shade at Jayson Tatum, but Jaylen Brown when it comes time to get it in and it's playoff time, he always shows up. Jayson Tatum don't always show up, man. And then on top of that, okay, when you talking about the Boston Celtics, you talking about a team that it goes seven deep, okay, of starters, seven deep of players that could start. All right, because I believe that I believe that even the backups, you know what I'm saying? Man, hold on. Now, as I was saying before, we were rudely interrupted, man. Uh, when you talk about this Boston Celtics team, you talking about a team that's seven deep. Okay, all right. When you look at the depth of their roster, okay, and who their starters are. So they start Drew Holiday at the point, Derek White at the two, who can always play the point. Then they got Jaylen Brown at the three, Jason Tatum at the four, and Kristaps Porzingis at the five. Al Horford is buckets coming off the bench. Sam Hauser and Michael Pritchard together equal one player and are buckets off the bench for the three and for creating space on the court, man. Whereas when you're talking about Dallas, okay, Dallas does have depth. Dallas does have a decent roster because they got Tim Hardaway Jr., but he really ain't showed up in the playoffs. They still got Maxi Kleber, which gives them a little bit of size. Derek Lively is going to get exposed in this because he's just not like he's athletic, but he is
hey,
not.
they have a few extra defenders.
Yeah, yeah, they got a
But
few extra defenders, but ain't nobody else can put a bucket in the
but
basket,
guess what?
man.
This the only thing. This the only thing. I'm gonna show you something. Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, perimeter players, right?
Yeah,
Boston has some of the best perimeter defense
I
in the
know.
game.
That's what
You
I'm
got four
saying.
or five people. Hold on. You got 4 or 5 people on their roster that can actually guard Luka or Kyrie.
Yep.
So that's the hill that you have to battle too. They can
Mm-hmm.
throw bodies at you.
All day.
On the flip side of that, how many people did you have that could guard Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum,
And Derek White, Andrew
Derek
Holiday,
White,
and
Drew
Kristaps
Holiday,
Porzingis.
Porzingis? You know, it's that's the hill. It's a tough hill for Dallas to have to climb. I'm not saying they can't do it because anything is possible. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna sit here and put my fears on nobody else. Or I ain't really know it ain't a fear, but at the end of the day, it's like I'm just looking at it realistically,
Mm-hmm.
and they're way deeper. They're more talented. They've been here. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? It's like, hey, but Kyrie been there.
Yeah.
That's why I say really, I put it on Kyrie because his mindset to get the rest of the players prepared. And I'm saying
But
when the
see,
game,
Kyrie can't.
that
Kyrie
ain't
can't
saying what
have a
you,
series. Kyrie
huh?
can't have a series like he did against Oklahoma.
He got to come and set the tone.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm saying they got to play off because you the one that been there before. This is the team that you know
You left.
you got the bad blood with. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So if your teammates see you come out here swinging and you comfortable swinging, then hey,
They're gonna
if you
feed
come
off of
out
that.
here and you acting like, are you trying to do too much or
Or you running
whatever you feel
around
that,
burning incense and then
yeah,
going
hey, that's what I say.
sage.
That's why I say it's really they got to play out Kyrie, and Kyrie got to have that mindset and come out here and have these dudes ready to play because you the one that been there before. You're a champion. You got
Mm-hmm.
NBA experience. You got NBA championship experience. So you got to try to utilize that and get these other dudes that don't have that experience prepared and ready. So that's why I say to me it's his mindset that could actually, make the difference. Luka already got his mindset. One thing about Luka, he a dog.
Mm-hmm.
All that white boy shit, I don't care nothing about that. Luka is a dog.
Dog,
He go
Luka.
get his.
Luka. I said this on the podcast the other day, right? I said Luka Doncic is it is LeBron James minus the defense. Okay, so at that age, LeBron James had hella D. Okay, and he couldn't shoot a three. Well, Luca can shoot a three and can't really play no D. You know what I mean? They play
Hey,
identically the same type style of
don't even
ball.
compare the. I wouldn't even compare the two because to me, Luka got more dog in him than LeBron, and I'm just being 100. Luka,
Oh,
Luka got more dog in him than LeBron, bro.
listen, bro.
Yeah,
Listen, bro.
yeah.
I,
I'm saying
look.
I done seen it.
I'm not
I done
finna
seen it shoot.
disrespect. I'm not.
I done seen Luka shoot his way up out of
I'm
there.
not finna disrespect what I just saw.
Yeah.
Okay, Luca just
Don't
came out in
don't
the
even
first
compare the
quarter.
two.
Hold on now. Luca just came out in the first quarter and put 20 points up on the number two defense or
Hey,
number one defense in all the
Let me show
NBA.
you something.
Hold on.
Let me show
Let
you
me
something. Let me show you something.
listen. I'm telling you why I'm not gonna be a prisoner of the moment. Okay, because
You the one
Luca.
brought his name up.
No, I'm not.
You
Look,
brought
no, I'm
LeBron
not.
name up.
I'm
You
no,
try to
no
compare
face,
LeBron to
face. I'm
everybody.
not. I'm face. I brought his name up because they are virtually the
No,
same
they is not.
size. They're
No,
not the
that's
same
not.
size. They're
No,
not the same
listen.
size.
We
They
talking about
they're
not
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 they're not
game time
small
situation.
forwards that play
Not
point
game
guard.
time situation. Not coming from behind in game
Face, I
time
didn't say
situation.
nothing about that.
He
I didn't
got
say
way more
nothing about
dog in
that.
him than LeBron,
Face, I
bro.
didn't say
I'm
that.
just getting it to you, blood raw.
Face. I'm gonna tell you he don't.
You can say
I'm gonna
body
tell you he
size
don't.
and
I'm gonna tell
all.
you he don't. I'm gonna tell you he don't. Cause and this is why. This is why
Listen,
Luca. Hold up. This is why. Okay. Who was on LeBron's team when LeBron went in '07? When he went to the
who was
title.
on
When
LeBron team?
LeBron went to the
Man, they
title in
brought in all
'07.
that
What
bullshit.
do you mean?
LeBron never was
They're
on
at the
LeBron
same
team.
age.
I
They're
don't
at
care
the
who was on
literally the
LeBron
same
team.
exact
LeBron
age
ain't even a
right
player.
now.
We talking about Luka Doncic, bro.
Bro, you
We
just
talking about
asked
no.
me. You
We
just
talking
asked
about he
me.
ain't gonna score. We
You
talking about
asked
no
me.
fucking LeBron James, bro. LeBron
Okay.
James a bitch, bro.
Man, look, this shit ain't got nothing to do with LeBron. You the
That's
one
what I'm
got there.
telling you.
You the
This
one
ain't
get
even
all
no.
pissed off when I bring up
So let me
LeBron's
get off
name.
LeBron.
I don't
So let me get
understand
off
why.
LeBron, bro.
I don't know.
Let me get
It's
off
not getting
LeBron. We
off
ain't on
LeBron.
LeBron
How
right
you
now.
gonna talk? How do
We
you
on
talk?
Luka.
Hold up. How do you talk about Kyrie Irving and you don't talk about LeBron James?
Easy. I just did it.
Okay,
I
so where did the
only
growth
said
of Kyrie come from?
what?
What did Kyrie go through? Okay. And how did Kyrie get to the title that you
Man,
just talked about?
Kyrie
You
Irving
just
is
talked
another
about
man.
Kyrie Irving was in the
That
title.
man ain't
Hmm.
LeBron James. Kyrie is not LeBron James. Not Kyrie daddy, bro.
I didn't say
That
that.
old fucking
I
man.
didn't
He
say
can't
that.
lead on his own. That's
I
why he
didn't say
left.
that,
That's
Face.
why he left. I'm
Face.
a fucking point guard. I want to play guard.
Face.
I
No,
don't
you
play
don't
point
want to
guard.
play point
So if you
guard. You're
want to
not
play
playing
point
point
guard,
guard
bro,
right now. He's
man,
not
why are
playing
we
point
talking about
guard right
LeBron,
now.
bro?
What are you talking
Why is we
about,
talking
Face?
about LeBron, bro? That nigga ain't
Face,
been
we're
in the
not talking
playoffs.
about LeBron. You get thrown off when anytime
I ain't
LeBron
get
James is
thrown
mentioned.
off,
Yeah, you
bro.
did.
I
Yes,
said,
you are.
listen,
You get
I'm
thrown
talking
off.
about the dog we got in the
Face,
fight. We
face,
got Luka Doncic.
face,
Luka
face,
Doncic and
face,
Kyrie Irving is still in the
face,
fight.
face.
I said he
Face.
got
Do
more
you know?
dog in him
Face. Do you know what
than
I said?
LeBron. When
Do you know
when
what
you
I said? Do you
compare
know
the
what? Do
two,
you hold on? Pause 1 second, Face. Do you know what I said? Do you even
you
remember?
said if you compare it like you compare them two by the size and all. But listen, what I'm saying.
And not just
I
the
see
size.
Luka. Hold
They
on.
both
I
pass the
see Luka.
ball. They
But
both play
listen,
point guard at small forward. They
you know the
both
dog
are
is.
they both are phenomenal young players that came in the game. And when they came in the game young, they came in dominating. Like you can't not compare. They play the same style ball. Just one play better defense and one shoot a three. Like that's the difference. One of them shoots a three better, and the other one plays defense or played defense at that age.
Okay.
So,
Which
you know what I
one of
mean?
them
Like
better
that.
play
So
defense?
that's the only comparison I made. You the one who
LeBron
went and took
James
it
played good.
to
He
LeBron.
not no good defender either, bro.
So
He
hold on,
play help
hold on.
defense. He a
Not
small
not not
man.
not enough.
Russell, slow down, bro.
Now he does. I'm talking about back when he was the same age. We talking about. I'm comparing them at that same
Okay,
age,
listen,
dog.
listen, listen.
You didn't
We
hear what
don't
I
have no
said?
business. Listen, listen.
Did you hear what
We
I
don't have
said?
no business
You
comparing
ain't
those
hear what I
two.
said.
We don't have no business comparing those two, bro.
You didn't hear what I said, man. Yeah, you didn't hear what I said. Like
Cause sometimes we just gotta let people have what they have.
I'm letting them have what he
We
have,
ain't give
Face.
Kyrie Irving nothing, and Luka and Kyrie Irving is still in the playoffs. Let's just keep the focus on them.
Face.
LeBron ain't even in the playoffs.
Face.
That
This
nigga
the
ain't.
face. This had
We
nothing to
already
do with
know how I
LeBron.
feel about that shit, bro.
Face. I know that, but this ain't have nothing to do with LeBron. Face. Literally, all I said was
Well, why
one
would you
plays
compare this?
defense and one shoots a three, because it's a fact. That is not a lie. Okay? It's not a lie. They both dominate the ball. They both play point guard while being the size that they are. Okay? The only difference between the two at this age,
Luka
okay,
way more
when you know
polished
what I'm
though.
saying? On offense and shooting a
Offensively,
three, but he ain't play no defense, bro.
I'm saying
He don't
footwork.
play no defense. So that
I
like what I
understand that,
said
but
was
I'm
what
saying, listen.
so
I'm
go
saying as
ahead.
far as creating their own shot and all that shit, they different, bro.
I know they
They
different, bro,
different.
but you
You know
ain't
what I'm
let
saying?
that's not what I said. You if you would have listened to what I said, you would have heard what I said. I said they play the same style ball. The difference is one has a three-pointer. Three-pointer,
So
which
you know
means
what the difference?
he can
Okay,
create his own
you know
three-point
what the
shot.
difference is, though,
But
Trey?
he don't
You
play
know what
no
the difference?
defense. The
Okay,
other one
listen.
plays
Okay,
defense. That's all I
okay. Now
said,
listen,
bro. That's
listen what I'm
all I
saying.
said.
Listen
I
what I'm
didn't say
saying.
nothing else outside of
Guess
that.
what?
Uh,
Get what the biggest difference is.
what?
Luca still playing the other one ain't. So we gonna leave the other one on the couch.
You're right.
We don't need to be.
You're
He ain't
right.
best of the playoffs.
You're
He ain't
right.
best
But
of the
you ain't
first.
let me. You didn't let me finish what my statement was, man. The whole purpose of me.
Cut you
The
off,
whole
bro.
purpose of
I
me saying,
apologize. I ain't mean to cut
"Faith,
you off.
it's all good." The whole purpose of me saying what I was saying, okay, because I wasn't trying to compare the two, okay. What I was saying when I even brought that other individual, we will not mention his name, okay. When I brought that other individual up, okay, I brought that other individual up because when you're looking at what's going to happen in this series and what has to happen in this series, all right, when you saw Kyrie in the playoffs and in the finals going against Stephen Curry, okay, and the Golden State Warriors, the reason that they were able to pull that off is because they together averaged 30 points a game between the two of them. Okay. Between the two of them, they have 18 playoff games where they had scored 30 plus points together. All right. That's what has to happen for Luka and Kyrie to compete in this series. In this series, they will not be competitive if they don't do that. And if Kyrie doesn't come out here and be aggressive from the jump, And when I say aggressive from the jump, I'm not just talking about on offense, I'm talking about on defense. He has to combine the way he played in that Oklahoma City series on defense with the way he just played on offense in the Minnesota series. He has to bring both those games together and do both because the team he's playing against, like we both stated earlier, they got bodies for days. They can chunk four different bodies, five different bodies at them all day, every day. And then while they on defense, make them chase people around because they run a motion offense over there in Boston. Okay, everything is spread out. It's that flex offense that you used to see in NBA Live. You know what I mean? Where everybody's spread out to the four corners, and you got the one man that's going to drive and kick. All right, that's what they do. And by spreading Dallas out like that, that means that Kyrie is going to be chasing people. That means Luka, okay, who's not in the best shape, is going to be chasing people around. And if you can tire Luka out on defense, you take away from his offense. All right. Now I understand that this is a series that you got two coaches, and it's really going to come down to who can coach better. All right. But at the end of the day, I think that
Hey,
Luka and Kyrie have
hey,
to come out
hey,
and they
hold
have
on.
to do what
Hey,
they. Yeah.
remember, I ain't mean to cut you off.
Go
I
ahead.
ain't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
When you made that point about the coaching.
Yeah.
Now, me personally,
I like Jason Kidd
I'm
over
gonna
Joe
give the
Mazzulla.
edge. I'm gonna give the edge to Jason Kidd though.
Yeah, all day.
Just cause you know why? Because I told you like in the last series, I say people paying attention to the floor. I say, but the three-headed monster is Jason Kidd, Kyrie, and Luka. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you got a coach that played the game is smart, and the way he played the game, the way Jason Kidd played the game, he knows the intricacies and he know how to actually make certain players buy into certain things. Just the way you can look at Kyrie and Luka play defense this year. You
Mm-hmm.
never seen them play defense as much as they have. So guess what happened? The rest of the team fell in line because you ain't got the two star players saying, I ain't got to play defense. I'm Kyrie.
Yep.
He actually bought into you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say I'm not gonna just write Dallas off as
No.
that they don't have a chance to win at all
Look,
because
Dallas is gonna win some games in Dallas.
they just have to be special
If they
in
don't win a
order
game in
for them
Boston.
to pull up the series off. They have to be real special, man, because
Mm,
they got the deck stacked. I ain't gonna say the deck stacked against them. They just going against a deeper team, a more experienced team. Everything pointing towards Boston.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, that also causes pressure.
And
How
pressure
how
bust pipes.
how these dudes gonna respond to this pressure? I know Drew Holiday gonna be. I know he gonna respond well because
Yeah.
he even killed. He
Mm-hmm.
the same Derek White. I know he gonna
Go.
respond because this is type of moments.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is about the dude, but
But the
it's
big
his type
moment,
of moment.
he remind me of Rondo in the big moments.
Jaylen Brown, you know he gonna. It's like come on. And it's kind of read up to where they gonna have to fight because when I average 38 points against you, I'm thinking dinner time. I know
Mm-hmm.
when they were like, damn, we playing Dallas. Both of them boys with the licking their chops.
Yep.
Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. When they said Dallas, oh, we gotta play Dallas. Think about it. If I'm averaging 38 points against you, I'm feeling like this lunchtime. So they already have a point to prove. You gotta try to shut them two dudes down early. Because if you don't, it's gonna be a whole lot of it, and then the floodgates open up. Now you got Drew Holiday putting up 38 points on you because he could do it. Drew Holiday could easily put up 38 on you. They
Mm-hmm.
got people. Boston, you can pick anyone out the line. That's what I think that they have to focus on too. They have to get who they gonna run their offense through because you got so many different people that it could actually flow through. To sometimes that's their problem and how they get in their own way. Because sometimes Jayson Tatum might be needing to get them touches.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel what I'm saying? When you're a
That's a
player
fact.
like so that's why I feel like they go wrong sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? Because Jayson Tatum had off game where he'll shoot like he never touched the ball a day in his life. But I feel like they got to know when to get him the ball and when he need to go into touching the ball to have his game. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
Man,
Because
look,
if they
it comes down to the simplicity of the fact that Tatum versus the Boston Celtics in the 14 games he's played them, he averages 24.5 points, 9.1 rebounds, and 3.2 assists in 14 games in his career playing against them. This season,
but
like
this
we just
season,
got done talking about, he put up buckets on them. He put buckets
yeah,
on them
this
this season.
season,
This season, he put 32 on them and 39 on them. All right, 30. He put 39 on them on January 22nd, and on March the 1st, he put another 32 up on them. You know what I mean? Like we're not looking at a player who can't do something against this team. So if he don't come out and put up some points against this team, dog, that tells me, especially in this game one, it's gonna tell me a lot about this game one. All right, because if he don't come out here and he don't put up these points like he's supposed to put up, then to me that means he's gonna be cracking under the pressure. Okay, now the last time, just to give you some reference, the last time that Jayson Tatum scored under 29 points against the Dallas Mavericks was way back on March the 13th of 2022. Okay, every time he's played them since, in the last four times, it's been 37, 29, 39, and 32.
that's what I just told you.
It's,
And get what? Jaylen Brown this year averaged just as much.
mm-hmm,
that that's the two. What? That's two of them right there. That's only two players averaging down to 40 or 38 points against you. So
mm-hmm,
imagine those two if they drop 70 something. What the rest of the team got to drop on you? Not that much.
right.
And they do it, and the way they do it, they're not really doing that out of the flow of the game. They're actually scoring these points in the flow of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? But so many people could hurt you in Boston. That's why I say it's like crazy. If you put your defense to try to shut them down, you got anybody else that could hurt you. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what makes it so dangerous. If you lock your defense in on trying to stop the two players that's averaging 38 points against you, which you have to do that. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like you gotta stop them two and let the other ones beat you.
Yeah, you have to. I
And
mean, look, if you look in the
because
same
you should
stretch.
have nobody averaging 38 points against you.
Bruh, if you look in that same stretch, right? Okay, now, all right, Jaylen Brown did only score 19 points back on January 5th of 2023. But he scored 31 on 20 and back in 22. He scored 34 this year and 25 this year. All right. He averages against the Dallas Mavericks. He averages 22.3 points, 5.8 boards, and 2.4 assists in 13 games. So if you take 22.3 plus the 24.6, you're going to go ahead and you're going to get 46.9 points just between them two. And we ain't talking about what Porzingis going to put up or what anybody else going to put up out there. Dallas does not have the firepower to match the Mavericks. I mean, not the Mavericks, but the Boston Celtics in this series, man for man. They have to come out and they have to really lock in on defense. If they don't really lock in on defense, and
no.
and they don't
You
figure
say
out
this.
how to get
You
hold up,
say
and they
this.
don't figure out how to put more people and get more people involved in the
Now,
offense, like you got to wake up Tim Hardaway. He got to
if
wake up. You know what
hey,
I'm saying?
if they can hold them, if they can hold them to 46, then they might have a chance. And guess what? Luka could score 46.
He
Luka
could.
could give you 46 on any given night. But if they go to scoring them 38 or getting closer to them 30s, what they was getting this year,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna, see, we in the last 14 games you averaging. This year alone, though, they've been averaging down to 30 points, 30-something points. So
Now look, hold up. Now
if you
this
hold
is
them to
what
46, you good.
This is
If you
what
can hold them
this is
too
what
close
Luca
to the
this
46,
this is what Luca do. Okay, so Luca against Boston, he averages 29.9 points, 8.8 rebounds, and 7.5 assists in the 11 games he's played them in his career. All right, he has not scored less than wow. He has scored less than 23 points against this team since January 4th of 2019. Okay. Every game, it's been 37, 33, 23, 42, 26, 33, 36, 31, 34.
That's what I say. If you can hold Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown to 46 points, then that's it. You're
And you
doing good.
and,
Because you give yourself a chance. Because guess what? Luka could actually score most of that by himself.
self.
Just what he averages against him. That's what I'm saying. But if you let Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown go to getting into them 30s, them 30 balls,
Yeah.
with the rest of
That 30 burger.
with the rest of them,
With Porzingis scoring 20 and, or Al Horford coming off the bench with 10, 15 points and Derek White giving you 18.
I'm going to say Kyrie going to give you another 28 points, 29 points. He could give you 30 easy. It's just, but you also have to try to get stuff for those other guys to actually keep up with Boston is what I'm saying. Or the other guys going to give you enough to keep up. That's the uphill battle.
See, look,
this ain't
when they played each other earlier this year, okay, Kyrie only came out and he scored 23 points, and he didn't play in the other game. Okay, Kyrie has to come out and he has to put up at least 30 points, brother. If Kyrie don't put up 28 to 30 points a game in this series, they don't stand a chance.
But guess what? And you know what also he has to do, which I feel like Edwards didn't do. And Edwards is supposed to watch the game. This is what Kobe and Jordan. This is the difference between Kobe and Jordan, because Jordan told Jamal Mashburn this. He said, if you watch my game, he said it's not just the points that I score. He said it's when and how I score.
Yeah.
So that's what you got to pay attention to. That's what I'll be telling you. Like, sir, he knew he had to score 40 points, the average, just to get them. He said, because none of my other players didn't average. He said, if you look at it, none of the other Bulls average over 10 points.
Yeah, I mean, minus. When you talking about pre Pippen, yeah, pre Pippen, yeah.
But even with Edwards, he was supposed to analyze the game and know how many points I'm gonna have to score to keep up. Once they got beat the first 2-3 games, you're supposed to know, okay, I gotta score X amount of points, and then you gotta know when to do it and how to do it. That's why I've been telling you, it ain't just a person scoring, because I can score 40, and then at the end of the game, they done came back. Now I can't put up 3 points. You feel what I'm saying? I set up 40 points. Really, sounds good on paper.
And that's the type of stuff that has held Luka back in his history. Okay, prior to getting with Kyrie. Luka understands that he has to score, but he doesn't understand when he has to score prior to Kyrie getting there. Now that Kyrie's there, Kyrie's kind of gotten him into a groove of understanding that, hey, I can come in and I can take some of this load for you, so you don't have to do all of this right now. You know what I mean? Freeing Luka up to be able to rest and be able to do the things he did in this last series against Minnesota, man. Like, at the end of the day, Kyrie has really nurtured Luka up to where Luka's at right now. I give Kyrie Irving all the props for where Dallas is. I give Luka some props for it because he's playing out of his mind and he's a dog, just like you said earlier, and he's a beast. All right. But without Kyrie Irving's calm demeanor and experience of dealing through these types of situations and understanding what the game needs and only giving what the game needs. Okay, Kyrie made a key statement like 2 series ago. All right, when they were playing OKC, he said that they asked him, "What's the difference now and like previously in your career between the way you play now and the way you've played previously?" And Kyrie said, "I came into this season trying to focus on winning the quarter. Just win the quarter. Whatever the team needs for that quarter is what I'm going to do." For Kyrie to make that type of statement, knowing the person that Kyrie is and how the way he's played in certain situations and way things worked out in Brooklyn, you know what I mean, and way it worked out, and
after you done had those different experiences, sometimes you got to start looking in the mirror, and now you got to start saying, okay, I may be that good, but it's not always
About me.
about me. Like, you feel what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I feel like he's at the point where he understanding that makes him a better teammate. You feel what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
I don't think Kyrie was ever really not understanding of a team. I feel like he already, it's just the experience he had with certain teammates
Hmm.
where it put him in the shell almost. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I feel like he always understood what it meant to be teams, and but like how certain things happen with certain people is like different experiences made him draw into a little shell.
Man,
But I,
Kyrie is the best. Uh, no, he's not the best Robin, but he's one of the best Robins of all time. That's what I
could
say.
really, could really he know when to put on the Batman suit.
Because you know when he got to be Batman. You know what I mean? The key to being a good tandem and a good team is understanding when you got to be the Batman and when you got to be the Robin, man. Sometimes you
Yep,
ain't can't always be that dude. Sometimes
yep.
you gotta
Because
pass it off,
the
let somebody else
the
be that
game,
guy.
sometimes the game dictate certain things, and you have to be able to step up. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
it's like it have been points in time where you want to be the man, but till you put the target on your back, then you realize it ain't always as
Yeah.
peaches. And you feel what I'm
It
saying?
ain't peaches and
A lot
cream.
come with it.
It ain't all peaches and cream. Heavy is the crown, brother. Heavy is the crown. Now, Face, I gotta ask you another question, man. While we talking about this Mavericks Boston series, the line has kind of moved. The line opened up at Dallas +6, and the over under was at like 210 or 211. That thing has moved to 214. Okay, since. How do you feel about that? You think that's the right way? By the money moving in the direction of the Boston Celtics, okay, and Dallas getting 6.5 points. I mean, I think 6.5 points is a lot of points when you're talking about a Boston Celtics team that lives and dies by the three, and when you're talking about a Luka Doncic and a Kyrie Irving that are closers. I expect Luka to come out here. Even if Kyrie don't come out and put up numbers, I expect Luka to come out here and put up. He gonna put up in this first game. He's gonna. I believe
Like
Luka's gonna come out here and feel like he's Larry Bird or something.
I feel like the Boston Celtics gonna pay attention to that.
Oh, I
I
know they're gonna pay
I
attention to
really feel like if
that.
if, if it's me, every time he touched the ball, he double team. We're gonna make somebody other than Luka Doncic beat us. I would even I would even feel safer putting the ball in Kyrie's hand and let you feel me? Because
Hmm.
for one, it's harder to double team Kyrie because he can handle the ball.
Yeah,
He might be the best ball handler in the league right now. But he's one of
I'm
the
gonna give him
top
the
three.
I'm gonna give him the best in the league right now, or top three, like you said, top three ball handlers in the league.
Because
I don't like it.
Young
I don't
cat
like it
down
when
with
they
it
talk of
though,
this best all time ball handlers because there's been
but
a lot of great ball
but
handlers. You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
I feel like I'm a double and triple Luka every time he touches the ball. I don't want to with the ball in his hand. So Luka got to come out and be ready to be a facilitator more than the score in the beginning.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because if he feel like they just gonna come out and let you score the first 25 points of the game,
Yeah, he ain't gonna.
it's
They ain't gonna
it's
let him
not
do
like it's not
that.
too many different people they gonna throw at you. You know what I mean? At the end of the
And
day,
not just that,
so
hold up, you ain't playing Minnesota. Minnesota's offensive strategy was to give the ball to Edwards and let him dribble, 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 dribble. But like they didn't have no motion. Like and Chris Finch was just out coached, man. Like it shouldn't have happened like that. They had the size, they had the length. Like I don't know, it shouldn't have happened like that.
boy, shut the fuck up.
But all right, Face. One more thing, man, before I let you go, brother. All right. And I'm asking you this genuinely. Okay, we we both lean Boston. We know that both of us are leaning towards Boston in the series.
Ain't
Um,
no leaning.
I'm going like
I
I'm
go
saying it's not
Boston.
a lean. Like Boston is the pick in this series. Now, I'm not saying it's a lean. Boston is actually my pick in this series. I want to see Kyrie do his thing and get the championship. I want to see Luka. That's where my heart's at. I want to see Kyrie. Okay, and not just that. It's hard for me as a Laker to go with a Boston Celtic. Okay, just saying.
Listen,
But
listen.
but
I'm
at
gonna
the end of
keep
the
it
day, hold up.
blood raw than that.
But
I'm gonna
at
just say I'm from the South. I'm gonna just keep it raw
yeah
than that. I'm from the
yeah.
South, so
So I don't
me
even mess with
personally,
Boston like
I
that.
wouldn't mind if Dallas won. I'm just saying
Exactly.
what I think.
Yeah, I think.
You know what I mean?
So
If
my
y'all
question,
throwing it off, then shout out to the Texas homie because
all day, all
it is what
day.
it is. I'm a Southerner, man.
Hey, so Faith, my question, man. All right. First off, we just talked about that line. That 6.5. It might be too much for this first game. Okay. I'm not gonna ask you to make a pick now, but and that 214.5. That's that's really kind of low, man. I think the Celtics gonna put up over 110 points, 107 points, and I know the Mavericks gonna put up at least 103, 105. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna put up at least 105. Am I wrong? Am I crazy for thinking that, Face?
I don't,
Because
listen,
I think the
I'm
Mavericks
gonna
will
say
come out here
this,
and put up 105 points, Face, 107 points in this game.
but Boston could keep them under that too. Cause you just think about it. Think about this here.
hmm
Luka and Kyrie, it's really they only offensive threats like to put up more
Yeah.
than 25 points. Nobody else you don't have to worry about. So if they have success slowing Luka down and Kyrie ain't having the best of the game, bro, this I'm just looking at it from that standpoint. I
yeah.
know they're gonna actually have to throw some things at Luka to keep him under wraps.
hmm
If they have success with doing that,
It's over.
how how many
It's
points
over.
you think Dallas is gonna score?
If that happens, Dallas ain't going to get into
I
100.
feel
They
like
ain't going
Boston
to even
gonna
see
try to
100.
run it up. I feel like they really saying Boston gonna run it up to 110,
hmm
114, but
Yeah.
Dallas is gonna be scoring like 100.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
hmm
Just being honest with you, like
hmm
you say, I don't really see. I don't know because Boston let people score. I ain't gonna lie, Boston will
Yeah.
let you score.
Boston will let you score, man.
Because they really don't have no rim protector like that. They really don't.
Exactly.
Porzingis, even with Porzingis in the game, he protect the rim, but he's not athletic enough to really protect the rim
Like
like
he
certain
like he did when he
like
was with the Knicks. When he was with the Knicks,
yeah.
he was a rim protector. Then he ain't been a rim
He
protector since
still
he
do
broke
it
his
now. He
foot.
still do it now.
Yeah, he's still doing that, but not like he used
But
to,
you know,
man.
he be feeling himself a little bit in Boston, man.
Yeah, be feeling that tray ball.
So that's what I say. He don't play around the rim enough for me
Exactly.
to even consider him a rim protector. And he could shoot the three though. Porzingis, he could get it out the bounce. I don't take nothing from him. He could get it like most of the other centers his size. He know how to dribble. He could get to his spots. But
hmm
at the end of the day, if he fuck around and say I'm gonna just go down here and protect the rim, it's gonna be ugly for Dallas. That's what I just feel like it's the mindset of how they coming to because you got different Boston teams.
Yeah.
You got a team that'll lock you down. They got four of the best perimeter defenders in the game.
hmm
Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, Drew Holiday, all these are
All
lockdown
NBA
defenders.
defensive players.
Exactly. So if they come and say in the mindset, we're gonna protect this three ball, we're gonna da da da. Dallas don't really have no inside presence that's gonna be able to slow the game down and dump him down there to him, and he can make anything happen. They don't have that. You feel what I'm saying?
hmm
So Dallas is really like limited on their styles of play. Boston, they could throw down in the paint to Porzingis, they could throw it to Cornette, whatever, and they could still play you in and out like that. So I just want to see what type of mindset they come out with. If they come out with the mindset of we're gonna play defense, Boston, I don't see it going over too many times. But
Dog,
if they come out and
Faith,
ball, huh?
let me tell you, because of what you just said, right? Let me tell you how right you are. So on January 5th, of 2023, Boston played the Dallas Mavericks in Dallas. The score was 124-95. Okay, and like I only bring that specific score up because not only has Boston covered against the Dallas Mavericks 4 times in a row, but they done beat the Dallas Mavericks 4 times in a row. And then when you said what you said about Dallas not getting their points, okay, because of either a Luka or Kyrie. Well, when this happened way back then, I guarantee it was that Luka or Kyrie didn't play. One of the two, or Luka played and Kyrie didn't. Probably Kyrie didn't play. Okay, because he was going through his thing back in 23. All right, so at the end of the day, that the proof is in the pudding right there, face. What you just called out and what you just said is right there. It shows you what's gonna happen if Kyrie don't come out there and put up the points, and if they hold or limit Luka. They haven't been limiting Luka, and Luka and them still haven't scored over 112 points or 110 points since November 23rd of 2022. Okay. Like and Boston has regularly not scored 119 points or better. They don't score no less than 119 points against Dallas, man.
That's what I told you. That's why they got it at a 214. They really said, motherfucker, Boston gonna run that bitch up to down to 114, and they might score 100.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? They just get them 100 because Kyrie playing, and you feel what I'm saying? But I don't know. It depends on what Boston team come and play.
Mm-hmm.
If they come and lock down that perimeter, it's gonna be hard. Like you say, Luka like to shoot a three. But if they running you off the 3-point line and making you making you a playmaker, or they making you create your own shot, that's taking energy from you. That's making you hold the ball longer. That's shortening the game. So there's a lot of things that Boston understand, but how much of this does Jason Kidd understand, and how can he counter
counteract
this?
it?
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like Boston has still got the upper hand because you don't know who's gonna defend who.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't got to look over there and say, "Oh, we got such and such." They only got such and such to guard you. You feel what I'm saying? With the
Mm-hmm.
side Luka got, most people only got one player that could really guard him in his position. They got Tatum. They got Brown. They got Harfoot. They got different people that can actually guard this man. They can put what other damn, what other little dude?
Oh, Pritchard.
Not
Pritchard.
Pritchard.
Oh,
They'll probably put Pritchard
are you
they'll
talking
try
about?
Pritchard
Hold up.
on Kyrie.
They
They gonna try
got they got Pritchard. They got Derek White. They got Hauser played small forward, but he played a point. He played a guard a lot
Darren
too.
White is trying to play Luka.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, Derek
He gonna
White,
play him by the rim.
bro.
He
You could
gonna
put
play him down by the rim though.
you could put Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Drew Holiday, Sam Hauser. You could put all three of them on Luka. And if you want, you might even be able to get you might even put. Oh yeah, and Al Horford, of course. Al Horford, I think he can. He can
He
go.
gonna just as long as he keep him in front of,
Mm-hmm.
he gonna, you know what I'm saying. If he shoot the three, he just raise up and try to stretch his arms out. It's different ways.
Mm-hmm. There's different ways they can
Well,
skin
hey
this
man,
cat.
I'm gonna give you my picks, man. It's Boston.
And how many games?
I told you, might be a sweep of 5 if they want to stay alive.
Ooh. Okay, now I'm gonna let y'all know right now. If
5 if
you
they
are
try to stay alive.
anybody who likes Boston in 5, okay, it's plus 750 on the Hard Rock. Plus 750 Boston in 5. Now
I'm gonna
Dallas,
put me a bet in.
yeah, Boston in
I'm gonna put
5
me a
is
bet
plus
in.
750.
I'm only gonna give you a game because you're trying to stay alive. Taylor Swift might come to your game and give you some hope. But other than that,
Oh,
I
well,
feel like Boston just too deep.
face likes them in 5. I like Boston in 6. I think it's gonna go 6 games. Uh, shit, it's your homeboy Face and your homeboy Trey, man. We gonna holler at y'all. Have a blessed day. Stay
Peace.
safe, man. Peace.